everybody, Maestro here. Welcome to the Con's Court. Today we have an unboxing for the Marvel Legends Model 1 or Mark 1 Iron Man suit. This is the first suit that Iron Man ever wears. He actually makes this suit in a cave when he is taken by a group of bad guys, and they try to make him create more weapons for them, Stark Industry weapons, so that they can cause terror and mayhem and everything else like that. This suit is the suit that he uses to get out of the cave, to destroy those criminals, and to finally make his way out of the cave that he was trapped in. So this is a very, very cool suit with a very cool origin, because this is quite literally the beginning of the Iron Man. I love Tony Stark, love Iron Man as a character, and I very much love this first suit. It gives a very nitty-gritty, scratched up, down-to-earth type of suit compared to all of his more extravagant suits that are more, high-quality, nanotech, space, involved suits. This is the most down-to-earth, like, straight throwing hands and flamethrower type suit. So I always loved this suit. I loved how down to earth, how grounded this suit was. It's just a very good first suit for a character like Iron Man. It really just shows you, at the end of the day, even in a cave with a box of scraps, he was able to make something as crazy as this. So without further ado, let's get straight into this unboxing.
اعتقد انك قتلناه.
Boom, and here you guys have him. This is the Iron Man Model 1 suit, the Mark 1 suit. Very, very cool figure, just getting it out of the box. It's a very solid figure as well, as I had noticed. It feels very clean, very sleek. I love the plastic, and I love all the different little details. First things I'm noticing is that this figure, although being a very, I wouldn't say a bland figure, but when it comes to like colors and stuff like that, it's a very uniform one color type of figure. It's all gray. Obviously a silver, steel looking Iron Man suit with not many colors. Because like we all know, this was made in a cave. Obviously there wasn't any type of body shop around or any paint that he could just go ahead and spray this a bunch of different colors to make it look cool. This was more of a suit built to take people out. This was a suit built for fighting and fighting only. It wasn't meant to be, classy looking. It wasn't meant to look stylistic. It wasn't supposed to have all these cool colors. This was a murder machine through and through, and that's all it was meant for. It was meant to murder, kill, destroy any enemy that it saw in front of it, and to allow Tony to escape that cave, and that was about it. This is the haymaker, throwing hand suit out of all the Iron Man suits. This is the nitty-gritty, like I said, down to earth, you're about to get your butt kicked suit. There was no time for any type of designs or style. It was just straight, you've got to go, and this is the suit that's going to take you out. This suit is absolutely amazing. A lot more details than I thought it would have for the type of suit that it is. A lot of different battle damage, scars, and scratches all over the suit, which you can see there, kind of around the chest plate area and the mouth area, from all the different scuffles that this suit has gotten into. There's a couple different like little blemishes that are obviously on there on purpose from gunfire, you know, from being in firefights and stuff like that, people shooting at him, which is a really cool thing. Not as many scratches on the back because this suit, like I said, was meant to go head on into battle. So most of the damage is on the front of the figure rather than on the back of the figure suit there, which is a cool little detail showing you that in this suit, Tony Stark just goes head on into battle. There's rarely a chance for him to be turned around, for you to be damaging him, because he's taken all the blunt force straight up to the face, no problem, no care. So there's not much going on the back, but a whole lot of damage, scratches and everything else. Little impact areas and everything else on the armor right at the front, which I very much like. I love the little, what do you call it, chest arc reactor. Very much love that. I love the blue with the lines going down it. Kind of makes it look like it's some normal little glass, you know, layer over top of it. It doesn't look like it's super high tech. It looks like it could very much be the headlight of an old car. You know what I mean? It very much gives that like older scrapyard feel to it. The lines through the little glass of the arc reactor light and everything else. This definitely gives a like putting steel scraps together and I made this suit. But even then, this is a very gorgeous looking suit. I mean, the way that it's put together, everything. The design of this suit in general, even in the comics and the movies, was always a very good design. I mean, I always loved it. Already, I mean, the joints feel very smooth. Moving on to the articulation. The articulation's really good, as you could see. Very smooth, not many clicks. And for Marvel Legends, that's actually a really, really good thing. A lot of times these figures aren't of the craziest quality, especially when you know, compare them to stuff like Mezco Toys 112 Collective, or if you put them up against anything else like SH Figuarts or any of those other companies. This is a very, very, very smooth figure with articulation that you can't even hear. Normally you hear the pops and cracks. The articulation of this figure is insane. I mean, you could even see that. For the type of armor that this figure is, he has great articulation. I mean, he can do the splits no problem. He's got his hip rotation, you know, he's obviously got his thigh rotation and movements. The knees go all the way back, basically, almost. Pretty good. He's got his, what do you call it, ankles here that move decently well, not too much. I mean, they move to the side pretty well, and they can, I mean, rotate around decently well. They don't move forward and back very well, though, so his ankles are a little restricted because of the big boots that he has. But when it comes to the knees, the elbows, the wrists, the shoulder joints here, they are very, very smooth on this figure. He doesn't have any ab crunch, but he definitely has a form of rotation there, right at the waistline. It, you know, has its clicking to let you know that you are moving it. So that is probably the only time in which case I have moved this figure and heard any type of clicking or resistance. But even then, it's not really that bad. And then when you come up to the head, you can't really move his head up and down too well. You can move it a decent bit, but that's about it. Head rotation, pretty good. You know, at the end of the day, you want his head to move sideways like that. That's pretty good too. It's got great articulation, like I'm saying. I mean, it's a very, very flexible figure, especially for the type of figure that it is, being Marvel Legends. You normally don't get a figure that's this crazy of articulation, especially with this kind of thicker of a figure. I mean, this is the Model 1, Mark 1 armor of Iron Man. It's a very restricted armor, even in the comics and even in the movie. It's supposed to be a bulky armor that is meant more for taking attacks head on. And it's not meant to be crazy. It's not meant to be super agile. So them adding all of this crazy articulation onto the figure is honestly amazing. I mean, I love it. This is great. You know, it comes with other accessories as well. So let's go ahead and get those. Out here, you've got 2 fire blasts here that come right out of his repulsors on his hands, that also, I believe, come out on his feet. Oh, actually, now that I'm noticing, there's no hole pegs for his hands. So it looks like perhaps they are not used for his hands and more only for his feet. Yep, looks like right there, which is very interesting. In the comics and in the movies, I believe he actually has some type of flamethrowers that come out of his arms. So I find it very surprising that they don't have any type of hand pegs or any type of things like that for his hands, because I know for a fact that he definitely has that. They also come with 2 little smoke pieces here for when he is flying. Very, very cool. So it looks like you can go ahead and add those onto his flames that go under his feet to allow him to fly. You can go ahead and add the smoke there to kind of indicate that he is flying. And then it also comes with 2 fists that you can go ahead and swap this out with. Kind of a bummer that it doesn't allow you to actually put these on his hands. A lot of Iron Man figures do that. I get the fact that this type of armor doesn't have repulsor blasts on its hands. It doesn't have any type of what do you want to call it? Arc reactors on his hands, you know what I mean? It doesn't have anything like that. But at the end of the day, I was assuming he would have some type of weapons near the hands, because even in the movies, especially, he's got those flamethrowers attached to his actual armor there on his gauntlets that allow him to shoot the flames out at his enemies. And I know in the actual comics, he's able to shoot some form of projectiles as well. So that's the only thing I am noticing about this figure that might be a problem or an issue for me. Other than that, pretty good. He still has the ability to seem like he is flying, with these going into the bottom of his feet there, as you can see. And then him also having the smoke effects. You can also put those around his hand probably and have those at the bottom of his feet, making him look like he is flying. If you guys have any type of figure stand from any of your other figures that you've ever gotten, or if you've bought them separately, you can use those figure stands to hold Iron Man up, showing him kind of flying, and then having those smoke effects and the fire effects coming out from his feet to show him blasting off. Like I said, other hands, swap that out, so that's pretty cool. And then you've got his open hands, which he's supposed to use to shoot you with, and to go ahead and grab people with. So all in all, really, really, really cool figure. I very much like this figure. This is one of the few Marvel Legends that I am very much shocked and surprised at the quality of this figure. Getting straight into the rating, if I was to go ahead and rate this figure, I would honestly give this figure a 9 out of 10. The only thing, like I said, that I have a problem with involving this figure is I thought that he would have some form of weapons, perhaps attached to the gauntlet, whether it be a flamethrower, some flamethrower weapon, and or some type of little pegs allowing you to go ahead and, instead of having the fire effects coming out of the boots, you'd go ahead and have them coming out of his actual repulsors on his hands. So that would be the only thing I would have an issue with. Other than that, not bad. Really not bad at all. I mean, this is a great figure, especially for the price. This was not a crazy price. This is your normal average Marvel Legends series figure. So you're looking at, you know, probably in the $20 to $25 range, which is not crazy for most figures. Most figures are around that range. So with that being said, this is it's a really, really good figure. I absolutely love the figure. Definitely a 9 out of 10. Let's go ahead and move over to some pictures that I have taken of this figure by himself and with other figures as well, just to show you what you would be in for when you are posing this figure with the rest of your collection. But yeah, guys, that is my unboxing of the Model 1 / Mark 1 Iron Man figure. I very much love this figure. This figure is absolutely amazing. Like I said, 9 out of 10, not bad at all for Marvel Legends. Marvel Legends has many issues with their figures, especially, like I said, when comparing them to stuff like 112 Collective, the Mezco toys, or doing something like SH Figure Arts, so on and so forth. But quality of this figure is absolutely amazing. When it comes to trying to find a very cheap but also very high quality option for an Iron Man figure, if you're looking for a Model 1 or a Mark 1 Iron Man figure, this figure would definitely be the one you would want to get. There is barely anything wrong with this figure other than the preference of me wanting you to be able to have anything indicating weapons for his gauntlets and hands. Other than him just having fisticuffs and stuff like that, I would have liked him having some type of pegs for his repulsors, even for fire effects to come out. You could always put the smoke effects around his gauntlets to kind of make it look like he had fire coming out of them, but actually having fire coming out of them is two separate things. And I know he has some form of flamethrower type abilities with this armor. So with that being said, that's my only gripe. Posing him came out perfectly fine. Great figure to pose. Articulation's great. 9 out of 10. If you guys enjoyed my reaction and unboxing to this figure, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you all thought about this figure. Did you enjoy this unboxing? And do you like this figure? Let me know if this will be a figure that you will be adding to your collection. And let me know that I helped you guys find your brand new Iron Man figure. And as always, I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.